Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the season finale of Dungeons and Deductibles, your favorite game about fantasy insurance and these wonderful team of claims adjusters and also HR personnel, formerly of the claims adjusters. I am Danielle. I will be your DM this evening, and I'm going to let my players go around and introduce themselves. We will start today with Jake.
Sorry, chat window was in the way. Hi, everyone. I'm Jake. I'm going to be playing Red Fireson, the Fire Genasi warlock of the Great Old One, and user of Contact Other Plane.
Good stuff. Next, we will go to Cintiu.
Hello, everybody. I am Cintiu, and I am going to be portraying Mildred Crabtree, a gnome drunken master monk. I am blue. This is important.
Dabudi.
Great throwback. Next is Hannah.
Hi, I'm Hannah, and I'm playing Poppy Pendergast. I am a halfling. Like I'm a gnome. No, I'm not. I'm a halfling warlock whose patron is Mayhem, the insurance guy, who's also a horrifying fae entity. And also I'm the head of HR. So, and I think, did you say also I'm the VP? Because I think that got said last time too.
Yeah, the position is technically the VP of HR.
So I guess I've also been VP this entire time, which I guess neither I nor Poppy realized.
Maybe that's a good thing.
Yeah, maybe Mork just didn't tell you when he, agreed to
Mork
let you
just
take
didn't
that
tell me
role.
I'm also technically VP because it would have been a lot worse this entire time. It would have been so much worse.
And last but not least, Robert.
All right. I'm Kentucky Hawkeye, KY Hawkeye, and I am playing Scandalon Obadias IV. He is a Protector Asimar. He is a paladin from the Temple of Helm. And as we are finding out as a team here, our entire company has been thrown into Helm.
A little bit. So catching everyone up on what happened last week, our players came back from dealing with a life insurance claim to find out that something was terribly, terribly wrong at the company. And Poppy got it a little bit more succinctly because she got her information directly from Mork, that there's something wrong with the company's finances, and in order to deal with the problem while they're dealing with the problem, Poppy was going to have to furlough most of the employees at Waterdavian Farm. And so Poppy began the process. She got divvied out the lists to the different heads of different departments, and she took the claims department for herself, and noting that on said list were her former comrades, Mildred, Scandalon, and Red. She began the process of furloughing everyone. Meanwhile, the rest of our crew, first of all, went and got food for their friends in management who had a very difficult job. But secondly, went to the finance department to investigate what exactly the heck was going on. Accomplishing this in a couple of different ways. Scandalon and Mildred came in and sort of claimed to be here doing some work for Mork, and got a hold of some accounting ledgers and transaction ledgers that they were then examining. Meanwhile, Red used a little bit of disguised self and came in pretending to be a famous wealthy explorer who had some cash to invest in the business, and sweet-talked the CFO into giving him access to the company's balance sheets to take a look at. And that was where Red noticed that the numbers were actually changing on the balance sheets. That he blinked and a number changed. The losses on the P&L got a little bit higher. Definitely something going on here. I believe that was also when you did Contact Other Plane, because it's apparently a rule in Season 2. We can't let a session go by without doing some Contact Other Plane.
I was just thinking, did I cast?
I'm pretty sure you did.
I was thinking that was like the first time I haven't done it, but I guess I did.
I'm pretty sure you did.
Yes, he did.
Yo, you did, because you learned something.
Okay.
Yeah. And so then after all of that went down, and you guys figured out that there was something weird about the transaction ledgers as well, that there were transactions in there that payouts for claims that looked like they came from your team, but that you had never authorized and hadn't actually done any work for. Mildred got Poppy to call the entire claims department that was remaining, the ones who hadn't already been furloughed and left, into the room, ordered some food, promised some payouts, even for people to just stay, and y'all started working through these ledgers, trying to figure out what the extent of this issue was, right? And if it was confined to a particular team or a particular time frame, anything like that. Unfortunately, it is a lot of work, so you weren't able to get it all done before the end of the day. And during that time frame, a pair of businessy twins from All City Insurance paid you a little bit of a visit. And the business twins, which Scandalon identified using his paladin abilities as being some kind of fiend, actually, basically came in and delivered a message saying that All City Insurance was willing to pay any Waterdevian employee who had been furloughed double the amount of money to come work for All City Insurance instead. That's pretty much the gist of it. And then they left peaceably. I didn't do anything else. So at this point, everyone else went home for the evening, and we have Poppy, Mildred, Scandalon. We're still in the conference room working on these ledgers. Red, you vanished briefly for a little bit. Did you have anywhere in particular you wanted to go on your own, or were you in the room the whole time and they just didn't see you?
I will say I was in the room the whole time and just snuck in.
All right. So when it comes back down to just being, after like another hour or so of it just being the three of you, you realize Red's been here. He's just been quiet. Yeah. So you have the ledgers. You know that there's definitely some kind of weird magic going on. Poppy, did you do contact other plane too? I feel like you may have.
Yes, she did.
did.
Yeah, you did.
I did do contact other plane. We confirmed that it was All City Insurance is behind all of this.
Correct.
I also didn't use contact other plane, but I did contact an eldritch entity.
You did. You contacted your patron.
And we confirmed that from Mayhem that Red had talked to Mayhem. Mayhem had given.
Does Red know this?
It was the guy you talked to, the whatever.
He's gonna be so
or,
upset. No, I'm just kidding.
You talked to Mayhem, and Mayhem said that he'd already given you the answer. So now we got to track you down to find out what the answer is.
Did I ask the name of this entity when I talked to him? I don't think I did.
Nope, you did not. That was not a thing you asked.
Probably would have lied anyway.
That was not a thing that you asked. So,
But
yes.
he told you something important that we don't know, and I don't know what it is because I have the memory of a goldfish.
Me too.
So,
I don't think Red has a good memory, but Jake does not.
He told you to remember the door.
Yeah, look next at the door.
Which door? But I thought it was the door that I was in doing contact other plane. I examined the door and...
It's the door that's in the crypt.
Oh, there's a crypt? Oh,
You
down
went
there.
to the crypt.
I was thinking
It's been
inside.
there the entire time.
No, I thought in the crypt underneath Waterdevian Farms, but you mean the crypt that we were in. All right. Jake's getting with it now.
So is Hannah. Don't be worried.
There is, however, also a crypt under Waterdevian Farms. I'm pretty sure.
Oh
Crypt.
no, absolutely. That's where the
Secret lab.
Everybody who dies at their desk.
Mm-hmm.
Someday Poppy will be there. It's fine.
I'm going to be the Lich of Waterdavian Farms.
Will you? Okay.
Yes.
The HR Lich.
Well, usually you say that the person rhymes with lich. So, yeah.
Fair.
Oh, you mean you're rich?
Definitely what I meant.
It's going to turn into a rap.
Alrighty. So,
I'm just waiting in the back of the room, I guess.
Yeah, unless you want to call attention to yourself. They're working at the ledgers.
And those fiends were kicked out by Scandalon.
They sort of left voluntarily. Scandalon tried to physically shove them out.
I tried to force them out. I tried to turn them, but but I wasn't strong enough to turn them, and they eventually left on their own.
Yeah, they rolled some really good saving throws.
Your sheer righteous nagging got them to leave.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I also did a lot of blah, 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 blah talking over them, so.
I will go. Is Mildred and Scandalon and Poppy, are they somewhat by themselves, or?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
Yes,
everyone else
is
has
left.
gone home for the evening,
Oh.
and Poppy, Mildred, and Scandalon have stayed behind to keep working on these ledgers, trying to figure out a little bit more about what's going on with these weird transactions. So they're alone.
I'll go up to him and tell him. Well, Scandalon knows, and I'll just tell him what I found out in the finance office and my contacting other plane. And they told me they told me to check out the door, go through the door, and I checked the door in that room. And
No, you talk to Mayhem is who you talk to. Because I just talked to Mayhem, and he said he talked to you. And I don't know why he would talk to you, because he should be talking to me, because he's my patron. He's not your patron. So
listen, I don't get involved with that. I don't try. I don't.
Well, you absolutely have, because you're a warlock like me. Of course you get involved with
They
that.
choose me. And
Do you not talk to your patron? Do you not have a really weird situation with your patron?
no, not really. It's very distant, and that's kind of, if I'm honest, I'm sure if I was still seeing a therapist, my therapist would say that that's why I contact other planes, because I want to have a relationship with my patron. But so I just get all these relationships with these other extraplanar entities, and but I didn't know it was mayhem, and nothing weird happened other than just.
I mean, you really should be cognizant if someone is someone else's patron.
I know,
you
but
need to ask that question before you engage with another patron.
But it's a two-way. It's a two-way street.
It's equally their fault. This goes both ways. But you really should know if someone else, is someone's patron.
Also, it's like I have 5 questions, and I like to be polite and ask them how they are. And if I ask them who they are, number one, I have yet to really get a straight answer. Number two, that would be down to 3 questions. And, I like to be efficient.
Well, you always have to use protection in these sorts of situations,
It could just simply be that Mayhem may be simply trying to diversify again.
Yeah, and I can't use protection because my patron in the contract said I can't use protection on these contact other planes. So it's just.
Well, regardless, he does have a lot of people sign his contracts. So
So we're going back into the
talk
crypt.
To me still, so.
Oh yeah, so you're still good.
I mean, I know he's probably going to devour me whole. Like, I realize that that's probably the end game here, but it's nice to feel special.
Yeah, and wanted.
Anyway, he said go through a door.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder what kind of door he meant.
Probably the crypt, right?
Do you think?
Yes, because that's the crypt with those motherfuckers over at All City Insurance. Yes, I'm sorry. Pardon my halfling.
Yeah, that's the only halfling I know, that phrase. So otherwise, I don't know that language.
I can also teach you some other words. There is yeet. Yeet is a halfling phrase to throw with force.
Oh, so it shares. It might mean something different in Primordial, but I also know yeet from Primordial. So
yes, and also in halfling yoink is to pull with force.
Okay.
Yes. So
yoink. That's a deep speech term as well.
Oh, really? That's very interesting.
Yeah.
I think we're getting off track here.
Yeah, definitely.
Crypt.
So, road trip, I'll get my boots.
So it appears.
Yes,
I got my boots, I say, floating 4 feet above the ground. Or 4, I don't know how, I'm just always floating.
Hey, Poppy.
Yeah?
Was I going to be fired today?
Not fired. We're furloughing everybody. But I'm gonna be honest, because you are the newest hire, you're gonna be the first to go.
Okay, so I can just steal some stuff from the gift store, right?
No. There's a lot of curses.
You've already gotten
There's
into
a
a deal
curses.
with
You don't want to do that.
patron.
So many curses.
Maybe you'd better just tread carefully about everything.
Can I roll an insight check on the curses comment? I want to know if that's true.
Sure.
Yeah. A 10.
I would say you're not sure if Mildred's bluffing or not.
Bummer. All right. Let's go.
Should we stop by the store, though? Maybe we'll find something useful there.
It's too expensive.
Well, what about another store?
Yeah.
I know.
I guess I haven't used my potions of healing.
Did we furlough the cashier at the company store?
Oh, yeah, the company store is shut down. That is definitely non-essential personnel.
They would probably be the first to go.
The grade is down.
Yeah, no, the grade is down on the company store. The cafe is closed.
Wait, so why... If I'm going to get fired, why would I stick my neck out?
You're not getting fired. No one is getting fired. Everyone is getting furloughed for the time. So...
If you'd allow me 10 minutes, I'd like to contact other plane and ask some questions.
Can you do that on the move?
I don't think so. No, I'm also very... Something has happened since the last time. A couple contacts ago, I started getting sick when I opened my ritual book. So moving while doing that and retching is just not...
Fine. 10 more minutes or however long it's going to take. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, I'll pull out my ritual book, start casting it, and dry heaving while I do it.
All right. Yep. Go ahead and give me your intelligence saving throw for contact other plane.
I don't know why I forgot about the save, but let's go. Not good. 9.
9.
Yeah, 9.
Oh,
Oh!
fun.
Uh-oh.
Now I'm just going to throw up instead of just dry heaving.
Let's see here. Let's see what sounds good.
Uh-oh.
Okay. You have gained a new form of indefinite madness. And this one is I try to become more like someone else I know, adopting his or her style of dress, mannerisms, and name.
Jafafana comes to life.
Okay. Do I take damage?
Nope. Oh, yes, that's right. Yeah, you I lied. Yeah, it's what, 66?
I take half damage and they take full. They take. Where did I put contact other? There it is. 66, correct.
That's what I thought. We've used it enough that at this point I ought to have it memorized. Okay, so 66. Let me get some dice. Oh, well, that's not that bad. 12, 17.
17.
17.
So half, since I'm
Absolutely.
resistant. Make sure you give the entity that damage too,
I will.
because of my. Thank you. So red will cast it, and then so I have to. It's I basically imitate someone I know or think I am them. Is that what it is again?
Wait, say that again?
My madness is the form of imitating someone I know.
Correct.
It could be. It doesn't have to be present company.
It does not have to be present company. It's just someone you know.
Okay. So red will finish casting and just grab his head, and just go, oh, dude, it's the worst headache ever. And when he looks up, he'll turn into use mask of many faces and basically turn into the broiest bro-looking person, like Trip McNeely from Can't Hardly Wait. I believe that's the movie. Like straight up, just the broiest person, and no more red hair. And just go, no, my head hurts. Oh, it's like my jaw too.
What? What's with this?
What? That's rude. Come on. Like,
No, you're not. You just used your mask and
Oh.
turned into just a whole other dude.
I used my mask. No, I didn't use my mask. This is just how I look, okay? Like, what? Just, I think it's very rude for HR to be saying that, and I would like to lodge a formal complaint.
I don't think this is an HR relationship right now. I think we're going to go save the company and do it in like a off the grid sort of way. So I don't think those rules apply.
So I'm going to
I
save
think
the.
something messed up when he contacted other plane.
I'm going to save the company, even though I'm going to get fired, or what?
You're not going to get fired. Everyone's getting furloughed. It's different.
But you said I'd be the first to go.
If something terrible happened, it's not going to because we're going to save the company. It's going to be great.
Yeah, well, I can't say I'm going to give it 100% or not even like 17 or 20.
Guys, I think he messed up.
So
I
which
think
would
he
appear.
really messed up.
Did.
My head hurts real bad also. And
He did mess up. Can we go get like that restoration-y thing again? Is that something we can do?
Do we have the time?
Is that counselor still here?
Oh no, the counselor's also been furloughed. Obviously non-essential
Darn
personnel.
it.
They were the second
Okay.
right after the cashier at the gift shop.
Exactly, that was the next thing to go.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
oatmeal person is still here, though. They're considered essential.
Oh, they are vital.
The stale oatmeal is really what makes Water Davian Farm continue to go. That's the oil greasing the gears.
Well, let's go and maybe go to the graveyard. I can't find Poppy's voice tonight, y'all. I'm like going all over the place. Well, maybe we just go by the temple on the way there. Maybe just happen to see someone who can do it. Maybe not.
it's a headache. It's not like, I mean, y'all know Jeff can roll hard, but it's just a headache, and like
Your name is Red. Your name
okay, Poppy, like it's Jeff, and you know this. And
While they're
you know
talking,
this.
I walk up and say, "All right, let's go, young man." And I do a laying of hands of 1 hit point to see if that'll take care of his headache.
Okay. Yeah, I would say, Jeff, that your headache goes away, but you still want to be Jeff.
Yeah, well, Scandalon, has anyone ever told you have a very gentle, nice touch? It's very refreshing.
I've been told that at times. Now I'll be ready to roll.
I'm gonna lean over to Mildred and go, I don't like this red. I don't like this shade of red. This shade of red is not great.
You don't like Jeff Red?
Jeff.
Let's put that on a crayon. Jeff Red.
What shade is this red? Jeff. Just Jeff.
It's hard to come up with a 50 Shades joke, and I can't do it.
50 Shades of Jeff.
I will lean back.
50 Jeffs of red.
I will lean back up to Poppy and whisper, I think they're dating now. Let's go.
Jeff is the guy who, reminder, that stole Red's
Oh yeah, that's right.
carpet.
He's the one who stole the flying carpet.
You know exactly who Jeff is. We ever meet him, we're going to sock him in the jaw for you.
And maybe being Jeff will bring your carpet back.
I don't think the math works out on that.
He can work on trying. He can work on trying to summon that as we walk.
All right, let's head out.
So are you actually taking a detour to a temple, or are you just going straight to the crypt?
Is the Temple of Helm on our way there, or is it the opposite direction?
I would say it's out of the way, but it's not the
Okay.
opposite direction. So
Okay, no problem. Just
yeah, it's still generally like in the same direction, but you'd have to go a little bit
Yeah.
farther afield to hit the Temple of Helm.
all right. Just theorizing.
Yeah. So straight to the tomb or stopping at the temple?
I kind of want to keep Jeff around, guys. I don't know about you.
Yes, we don't have time. We can worry about restoration later.
We can worry about Jeff. Yeah. We'll just have Jeff around for a while. We did have Shafafanoff for here for way too long. To be too long.
Okay. So the four of you
Load on.
head off into the night, Poppy hovering, the rest of you walking. As you retrace your steps from yesterday back to the City of the Dead and Waterdeep, the giant graveyard that covers, honestly, like a fifth of the city of Waterdeep. It's really big. And you are able to find the Hayes tomb again with no problem. I mean, the Hayes tomb is fairly close to the edge of this cemetery, and you really kind of remember where it was from the Stumbletoe house, that great halfling crime family. So you're able to get back to it without much trouble. The door to the mausoleum is once again closed when you arrive. It is also evening, so it is dark out. The moon is up in the sky. It's a pretty cloudless night. You can see lots of stars.
Guys.
And you are pretty alone, although being in a graveyard at night is always a little bit unsettling. It's hard to quite get rid of the sort of nervousness that comes with being in a place like this.
Guys, I'm going to stealth in and I'm going to check the door for traps and pick the lock if need be. And if I can get the jump on somebody and sneak attack, I'm going to do it. Okay?
This should be interesting.
No, I'm gonna allow it. I'll let it happen. Why not?
You guys didn't think of the implications of keeping Jeff, is that Jeff thinks he's a rogue.
Oh no. I did not realize Jeff was a rogue.
Of course, you have no reason to realize that, but now you're going to experience a person being a warlock being a rogue, and that doesn't work. But let's roll with it.
You know what? This is exactly what this campaign needs right now. This specifically.
Fits in right with the Poppy Chaos theory.
Oh, so Jeff Red is going to stealth and check the door for traps and pick it.
Okay, well, give me a stealth check, Jeff, and a perception check to look for traps.
That's an 8 on the stealth, an 8, and a 6 on perception.
Oh my god, this could not be more perfect. Okay.
What did he roll?
8 and 6.
So you creep forward, and it's very much that scene in The Emperor's New Groove where Kronk is sneaking out of the castle, and he's just like, da-da-da-da!
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's very much the aesthetic that you have going on as you creep up to the mausoleum. And you check the door for traps. You are 100% confident there are no traps here. You are good at this.
I start making all these hand signals like this and throwing, baseball signs. And then I'm going to open the door.
All right. You open the door and it in on those hinges.
I immediately put my hand on the hilt of Malachi because of all of the trust in his rogue skills that I have.
Yeah, that's definitely a vote of confidence. The door opens, and you are now looking into that ground level mausoleum chamber that you saw before, that you remember from before. And then on the far side is that door that you know leads down into the underground ossuary where you guys found the boat axe. That door is closed.
Jeff Red somersaults and then starts belly crawling down.
Well, the door down the stairs is closed. Would you like to try to open that one as well?
Yes, stealth, and then check for traps.
Okay, give me another perception check Look for those traps.
That's an 8.
Hey, he's improving.
Pretty good. Yeah, no traps. None at all. But the door is locked, though. You do notice that.
I will pick the lock.
All right.
I don't think I have lock picking, but Jeff will like curse to himself, like, what did I do with my tools? And then he'll take out a mess kit and start trying to pick the lock with a fork and a pocket knife.
Please give me a sleight of hand check for this delightful attempt at lock picking.
With disadvantage, or?
Oh, yeah.
That's a 5.
All right, yeah, not unfortunately gonna do it. So you get out all your tools, which you're confident that you can make work, of course, and start just like shoving the end of the spoon in there with like one tine of the fork and like trying to rotate things around. You do notice you're making a little bit of noise, but you know you were super stealthy on your walk and your somersault and your army crawl over here.
100%.
So you definitely are not going to be noticed by anything, but you aren't able to get the door open just yet.
Okay, I will backward somersault and crab walk back to them and say, this door is heavily locked with impressive mechanical obstacles in the tumblers, and I'm embarrassed to tell you that even though I misplaced my tools, I still had my mess kit for some reason, and I can do it with a fork and a knife, but this time, because of how difficult it wasn't able to do it, so we're going to have to find another way in, which I'm fine with, which I can do.
Mind if I have a go?
Oh, be my guest. I mean,
I take out my thieves' tools and have a go.
Okay.
I lean over to Jeff and say, well, the first mistake was that you used the dinner fork instead of the salad fork.
That would be only dexterity, not any
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. Okay. Oh, that's good. 17.
Oh, that's enough. Yeah. Yeah. So you retrace Jeff's footsteps to go into this mausoleum. I'm assuming the rest of y'all are still outside, since that's what it sounded like. And you can see where like Jeff's attempts with the fork and the spoon have like gouged holes in part of this.
No.
Yeah. So you have to be real ginger, like very, very, very gentle as you get your lockpicks out and,
It looks like that.
you're like very slowly like listening for the click of the tumblers. And you finally hear that little snick sound as you hit the right combination and position of picks.
And I do not turn it. I just leave it unlocked and back out and go fetch the others.
Do you also reverse somersault into a crab walk?
I don't see any reason to humiliate Jeff, so while he's watching.
Okay.
I'll go back and stroll casually, because I don't believe I'm sneaky, and therefore I'm just going to look like I belong, and the walls will change color to match me.
Seems totally legit. You walk out, and so far, nothing's happened to indicate that anyone is aware of your presence or anything like that.
But if they were, I'm walking like I have a total right to be here and will not be questioned.
Yeah, totally.
So, actually, Jeff did a pretty good job. He just had one more little tumbler to click, and it's fine. It's open now.
I know. I was
I didn't unlock it. I didn't open it, but I did unlock it. But there really wasn't that much to do. You got most of the way there, Jeff.
I checked for traps. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And I am a bit unpracticed with unlocking locks, I will admit, with my fork. It's been a few years. So I checked for traps on that door, and it was clear. So I'm confident I can go up to the door and ingress in and, survey the situation. And
Yes, we'll be fine.
yeah. So
All right. I pull out my dagger and I prepare my light spell cantrip. Shall I create a light for us?
Please.
Okay. I cast it on it. I cast it on a dagger.
Okay. Yeah, the dagger lights up with.
Yeah, and I hold that in my non-sword hand.
Yeah, so you have a good amount of light now, almost brighter, like a soft glow coming out of it.
Jeff will stealth and then continue stealthing to open the door and continue going down.
All right, give me another stealth check there, Jeff.
Natural 20. So that's a 22.
How perfect! Well played.
Nice.
Good job, Jake's dice. So, yeah,
Tell the story through the dice.
this time you actually are stealthy when you go across. Like, you're feeling good about it. Like, you're doing those light footfalls where, like, you're barely even touching the grass, and it's almost like you're hovering, but you're not quite, Poppy. But you know you're not making a sound. Like, you are perfect. You get to the door, push the door open. The door is so quiet. And, you can start going down the stairs. Are the rest of you following? Yeah? Heading up?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, you all go down the stairs, and you end up back in the ossuary room. Poppy, this is your first time coming down here. You didn't come down with the rest of the group when they originally came down here. So your first time really seeing this chamber that has, when you come down at the bottom, and you know you went down a good like 40 stairs ish, at least. So you're pretty far down. This chamber directly across from the door where you came out, there's a wide open space, and then on the far side is a set of double doors in bronze. And then on either side, this room is almost like a really long rectangle. Going out on either side are 3 rows of crypts and ossuaries. So you do see a few actual crypts that have, the full sarcophagus with the death statue on top. But there's only a few of those. For the most part, it's these rows with these little ossuaries, these little niches and cubby holes that have a little box containing bones, and there's a little skull sitting on top of them. And for the most part, they are all labeled with some kind of name, right? On the ground here are some rotting bones left over from the Bodax that you killed the last time that you were here.
So much.
They have not come back to life, thankfully. They're just motionless on the ground.
Can I grab some of those bones of the Bodak and for later so I can make some new lockpicks out of their bones?
Absolutely. These Bodak bones look like they would be great for lockpicks.
Perfect. Bodak bones.
Yeah, add that to your inventory.
My inventory.
While we're walking through here, I've already got Malachi unsheathed. I'm holding it with one hand while I hold the lighted dagger with the other, just because I'm worried that something else has come out through the door while we've been gone. So I want to be ready just in case.
Sure.
couple of things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put on my robe of eyes
Okay.
and then grab whatever larger, non-suitable for lockpicks bones he seem handiest at the moment. And
Okay.
put them in the building.
Oh,
Okay.
quick question. The dagger that that I put the light on, can I have done that on the dagger of warning so I can hold that out so it can warn us if something's coming?
Sure.
Okay.
No problem. Okay, yeah, so you take a peek down the alleys with all your light, but you don't see any undead nearby. It doesn't look like anything else is out here. There's just these
Where was the door?
Straight ahead this way, and I point the dagger in the direction where the door is that we did not go into.
Yeah.
Jeff is just trying to stay out of the light of Scandalon's light spell.
Me too.
He's trying to be the shadows.
Batman again.
Is it working?
I don't know if it's
I
working.
mean, he just rolled a natural 20 a few minutes ago, so I would say, yeah, it's working real well.
Okay.
I will reach into my bra of holding and I will pull out my light crossbow and I will keep it ready.
Okay. I forgot you had a bra of holding.
You gave me a bra of
I
holding.
didn't give you a bra of holding. That's on me. Yeah, you're just down here with.
I'm gonna use all the good ones. So if this is the finale, our finale for right now, I'm using the bra of holding.
By all means.
It's gonna
you're
go
just down
so
here with this
bad.
door.
I'm just looking at my inventory, and anything that Jeff would think he could use is not there. Let's open this door.
Would you like to check it for traps and locks, good sir?
From out of the shadows, you hear, yeah, I'll check it for traps. And this time, I have Bodak bones. And then he sneaks away into the shadows
Oh my god.
and makes his way to the door, checks it, and yeah.
Okay, give me
Yeah.
a perception check.
I roll my eyes as I say, of course, Bodak bones make all the difference in the world.
14.
No, it seems completely normal. You're like, yeah, there's no trap here.
I sneak back and I say, there's no traps whatsoever. Of this I am certain. And I wait to hear what they say. Otherwise, I'm going to open the door.
I will oblige by moving the dagger in a fashion so that way he's still in the shadows as he tries to unlock and open the door.
Thank you. And then heads to the door and opens it.
Okay. Just for my reference, how close is everyone to the door? Obviously, I know Jeff is very close to the door. How close is everyone else?
I feel like I would be at the back.
I feel like I would not because I don't have much that works at a distance. So I'm either right beside or right behind Jeff.
I would say I'm probably about, so I can supposedly keep him out of the light. I'm probably about 20 to 30 feet behind him.
Okay.
Let me check something. What's the range of the light on this thing? Yeah, it's a 20-foot radius, so I'd be 25 foot back.
Okay. So, all right. So here's what I need.
Jeff?
am gonna need Jeff and Mildred to make me some Constitution saving throws.
Okay, but Jeff, when he opens the door also, he's going to reach for his dagger there's no dagger, and just pull out his steel mirror. This is just, and then a saving
Don't forget,
throw.
Mildred, you've got my aura protection.
Ooh.
Plus
what is
3
that?
to your plus 3 to your saving throw.
Jeff doesn't.
I think you're too far away. You got to be within 10 feet.
I'm right next to him.
Okay, so you're both out of range then. Okay, never mind.
No, he's not in range, Mildred. But I'm right next to him. No, he's not in range.
But I'm not. Yeah, I'm right next to you, so I'm not in range either then. So.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I was just.
But that's
I tried.
What was it?
Mildred?
17.
17. Okay.
Mine was a 20 unnatural.
Unnatural. All right. Okay, so good news. Jeff, you pass. Bad news. Mildred, you fail.
Yay! I like adventures.
So, couple of things. I'm glad I just dumped all of my dice out, so now I can go on a hunt for the ones that are the ones that are required.
I'm starting to understand the intimidation factor. Dice.
All right. Here, intimidation factor.
You're king.
Okay, let me see here.
That sounded like 6 dice.
It was 6 dice. Good ear.
I would have to roll a lot of dice.
Okay, so when you open this door, there is a almost like a concussive blast of necrotic energy that ripples out from the door.
I bet is to go shopping.
The damage is 30.
30.
30. Mildred, you take all 30. Jeff, you take half. Good, you passed. In addition, Mildred, you get a very unpleasant, skin-crawling sensation of something being horribly wrong, and you're not really sure how to place the feeling because it's never something you've experienced before. And then there's almost a tearing sensation somewhere, not even physical so much as it is like in your soul. And you see, and the rest of you also see, in the light of Scandalon's dagger, you see Mildred's shadow rip away from her body and stand up out of the floor. And it lets out a hissing sound. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Question.
Yes.
Is that related to or coming from or happening within the ethereal plane?
No. This is all happening on the material plane.
Cool.
Cool.
For some reason, none of my tabs for my sheet are showing up on, so I'm having to use my.
I don't know why I'm rolling so well right now.
19.
That's good.
9 for me.
I gotta get puts. Fine, whatever. I've got stuff all over the place here that is not where I want it to be. Okay, so Poppy, what was yours?
19.
19. And Jeff?
19.
19. Mildred?
20.
20. And Scandalon?
9.
9. And the critter?
Oh, it's only a critter.
Although they're all nerds, that's going to be easy.
Throw out a dice and some pizza, and we'll have it subdued.
Pizza nerd.
Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Cool. All right. So the first person who gets to attack this or take any kind of action is going to be Mildred, which is appropriate since it's your shadow.
Yeah, it ripped out of me and it hurt, and now you're hissing at me.
Yep.
Punch. Pop, pop.
Seems legit.
What else can I do?
That'll
I will
work.
punch my own self in the face. I'm pretty sure that doesn't do much, though. What's my ticket? Actions. +9. Oh, actually, 16.
16 hits, yeah.
Yay!
Do
And the
your is this you said this is a punch, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And the second hit, 18.
That will also hit.
Cool. 6 + 5 on the first one, so 11.
Yep.
And 7 on the second. And, oh, I don't have that. Wrong school.
And are you high enough in monk that your unarmed weapon attacks are magical?
Ghost puncher.
Puncher.
Level 7, I'm checking.
If you're level 7 monk, I think you are. I think at 6
I think
you
it's a
get
6 ability,
ghost
yeah.
punching.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. We'll go with that.
Check. Yes, key empowered strikes.
Cool.
Count as magical.
Yep. So you 1, 2. Do you have anything else?
Yes, I would like to spend a key point for stunning strike,
Awesome.
which is a con save of 13.
Cool. Let's see here. All right. Hey, you know what? It failed.
My shadow is not. Never mind. I'm not.
It was not expecting this. Yeah, so
Hey, it's actual shadow boxing.
shadow boxing. How many puns can we make before this combat is over? So Jeff and Poppy, you both have the same initiative. We can go by Dex. We can go by whoever wants to go next.
Or we could like bonus action.
Oh,
flurry
if you
of-
have one, yeah, if you want.
bonus action flurry of blows.
Okay.
That gives me what, 2? Yep, 2. 18 + 9
That hits.
and 19 + 9.
That also hits.
Come on, just one more. That is 7 and 10.
Yep. How do you want to destroy your own shadow?
Who knows what evil damage lurks in Mildred's hands? The shadow knows.
I will destroy my own shadow, probably to my own detriment, if I understand D&D correctly. You need to learn your place! Just all with one hand.
All right. Yeah, so you just do the rapid fire punch.
One hand.
Yeah, nice. Okay. Yeah, you hit it a couple of times, and on the last hit, it just puffs into these little wisps of shadow that then vanish. And you do notice.
Who's next?
Yeah. It doesn't reappear on the ground.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
You've lost your shadow.
Got
We'll
Peter
have
Pan.
Wendy sew it back on later.
Yeah, Wendy will take care of this.
But the door did open. despite this trap or curse or whatever you want to call it that went off.
Guys, I'm sorry. Historic moment. Trump has been impeached.
It is a historic moment.
So
It's
the
a
kangaroo
historic
court
moment.
got
Sorry.
its way.
Historic
the
moment.
Kangaroo court got its way, huh?
All right.
So, history over. D&D commence.
So, you can now see into this chamber that has been opened. And what you're looking at is recognizable really as some kind of lab, maybe a library. For those of you who dealt with mayhem at the end of last season, it's not dissimilar to Flora's laboratory that was underneath Waterdavian Farm. The furnishings are a little bit different. The books that you see laying around are a bit different, but in terms of its general appearance and the sort of items that are down here, this is definitely some kind of magic user's lab. And you can see there's a couple different bookshelves that have books lined up. There are some tables and such that have alembics and things like that. You can see a circle of runes set into the floor in one corner. There are what look like a variety of different journals down here. You see stacks of notes, all kinds of stuff for you to really, explore.
So I think Jeff wouldn't think about having magic because he's never had magic, and therefore wouldn't have access to his spells. What do you think, Danielle?
So it is that you want to be this person. So not that you necessarily think that you are them. You're trying to be them. So I would say somewhere in the back of your mind, you know that you are red and that you have spells, but it's a question of how committed you are to really being Jeff. Would you actually want to use them?
No.
I mean, I'm happy to check the place out.
I want to use Divine Sense I'm going to walk around the entire room using Divine Sense to see what in here specifically is evil and what isn't.
Cool.
I'm going full paladin mode here.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's see. Since anything affected by the Hallow spell or no location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet, that's not total cover.
60 feet, that's not total cover. Okay. So you walk through the room with Divine Sense up. And there's something in here that's undead. And you kind of knew that from before. The last time you were down here, you could sense that there was some kind of undead presence behind this door. But this room is not, it's big, but it's not so big that there's like a lot of places something could hide, right? Even from the doorway, and you said you're actually walking through the room, you don't see anything that tracks with your sense of there being an undead in here. And what's more, even though normally when you use your Divine Sense, you get a pretty good idea of where the thing is that you're sensing, the sense of undead in this room is kind of dispersed, almost.
Kind of like if someone took a can of air freshener that was undead scented and it's been sprayed all over the room.
Yeah, this whole room is undead scented. New from Glade. But yes, this whole room kind of has that whiff to it. But you don't see any one creature or source.
Interesting. I've never seen anything like this before. It's like the whole atmosphere has an aura of the undead about it rather than something specific.
So is the room dead? Did someone like stab the room? Is what you're saying?
Not quite, but it's not too far off on the analogy.
You know, most dust is made up of skin particles. Maybe that's what.
That is true.
Why would you say that? I can't unknow that now. Oh, I'm going to go look around.
You know,
I'm going to go poke around,
Sure.
float around, and look at stuff.
What do you want to poke around at?
I would like to inspect the room,
runes.
essentially.
Runes. Okay. So Mildred, you're gonna go take a look at the runes. Poppy, or you have anything in particular you want to go take a look at?
Just the room in general. I want to see if there's anything fun.
Okay.
After I take my lap around the room, I'm going to check out some of the stacks of paper.
Okay. So
I'm gonna look at the alembics and all that jazz that you said you were talking about.
cool.
I mean,
Cool.
I want all of it, but I'm starting with the runes.
Okay. Mildred, go ahead and give me an Arcana check. Poppy, I would say also an Arcana check.
Oh. 15.
Okay.
Oh God, I have +4 to Arcana. Hell yeah! I'm gonna use the dice you made me. I shouldn't have used the dice you made
The
me.
curse you put on it worked.
It's an 8.
An 8. Okay.
This is directly the DM's fault. I will have you know.
Not really. I mean, I don't roll the dice. So
You made the dice. You forged this cursed ring with your own 2 hands.
all right, but they're really cute. That's the point. Mildred,
That's true. Yeah.
you go take a look at this circle on the floor. And it doesn't take much time for you while looking at it to realize that this is a teleportation circle that someone has built down here. And it appears to be of a fairly permanent variety. When you get closer, it's enough for you to be able to see that this is actually, this isn't just like painted on or anything like that. This has actually been inlaid into the stone. Like someone spent a good amount of time building this. Yeah. Time and money. Yeah.
No chance of just breaking this, right?
Would be very, very difficult. If it was painted on or something that a little bit more temporary, you could probably damage it in some way. With it being actually inlaid into the ground, you could try to chip it, but
All day long.
yeah, that could be an all day thing for you to really successfully damage it. If you're even able to damage it at all. Poppy, you go kind of hover around these alembics for a little bit, taking a look at what ingredients are on these tables, what things have been combined. Nothing seems particularly familiar to you. This is not at all remotely your brand of magic. I mean, you're a warlock. You get all your spells from mayhem. You're a little bit
For
of a
my
loss.
magic sugar daddy, yes.
Yeah, you have a magic sugar daddy. You don't do the work. So you're not really sure what's going on with these alembics. Scandalon, you go over to one of these stacks of papers to start taking a look. Are you going to like shuffle through them, or are you just going to like look at what's on top?
I'm going to look at what's on. I'm just going to go top to bottom.
Okay.
Looking through them.
So yeah, you kind of look over the first one. The notes seem to be in some kind of cipher that you'd probably have to work out. But but you do see like there's like a diagram in one corner that looks like it maybe has something to do with the alembic. So there might be information in here that you can actually get without really having to crack this. So you start shuffling through the papers, and as soon as you start doing that, there's sort of a sighing sound that runs through the room, and then you hear a voice behind you that says, "What do you think you're doing?" And the rest of you can see, and so can Scandalon if he turns around, that there is the figure of a woman in the center of the room now. She is completely translucent. You can see right through her. But she looks like she's wearing sort of like a really, really nice dress. She's got a little bit of a librarian aesthetic going on, some spectacles. Her hair is pulled back and is under like a little hat.
Needs my number.
And she has her hands on her hips as she looks at you. Now that you see her, the glade scent of undead in this room is much more concentrated.
We are here.
What is she, does she look familiar
Not remotely.
at all?
Any resemblance to people we've seen?
Nope.
Good to know.
We are trying to determine how someone using necromancy is trying to destroy the firm that we work for, and all clues lead to this room.
And she says, "And who invited you in here,
We are invited by the CEO and the board of Waterdavian Farm, and I myself represent the Temple of Helm.
And you're here investigating some kind of necromancy, you said."
Yes, someone is using some sort of necromantic power to basically siphon funds away from the company.
And the ghost just rolls her eyes. And she says, "Of course he is." And she blinks out of existence, and you see her reappear a few feet away, closer to where the Alembics are and where Poppy is. So she like basically shows up right next to you, Poppy. And she says, "I wasn't sure what he was doing here. He wouldn't tell me."
Who
Could you repeat that?
wouldn't tell you?
She said, "I wasn't sure what he was doing here. He wouldn't tell me." And Skenelin said, "Who?" And she says, "Well, Hubert, of course. Surely you know who that is. You came in through the mausoleum, right?"
Do we know that name, Hubert?
Hubert Hayes?
Is that
Yeah,
from
what
the
I-
Hayes family?
Is that the Hayes guy that works at?
That is the Hayes that works at Waterdavy, or works at All City. And Mildred, that is also the one that was missing the bones, if you recall.
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
He works at All City.
Yes.
Why is he doing this?
Well, to be honest, you'd probably have to ask him, wouldn't you? I mean, why did he trap me here? Same question.
You're trapped.
Oh, are you not related to him?
No.
Oh, he trapped you here then. Like you're his prisoner?
I turned to
I
Poppy and
prefer the term unwilling librarian, but prisoner
I turn
works
to Poppy
fine.
and I say, "Isn't it obvious? Look at her shoes. Look at the style of the shoes. This is not a pampered, wealthy person. This is a person who works for a living. She's an employee, secretary, librarian, bookkeeper,
Former librarian.
and I'll bet you were wonderful at it too. Look at your
Thank you, I
finger.
was.
Do you wish to be freed from your imprisonment?
Oh, I'd like that very much, but unfortunately, I don't think it's going to happen while Hubert is still alive, or whatever passes for living these days.
Well,
Is he
Translation.
not alive?
Oh, no.
Translation: third level dispel magic is not going to free her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Hubert's not been alive for centuries.
Oh, really?
Oh God, is he a lich?
I don't think that's a term he likes, but based on my reading...
Oh, no! Damn
What
it!
are the odds that Hubert was one of those people I sensed in the parlor there at the wake?
Pretty high.
It's a possibility. How long has he had you? How long has he kept you here?
Oh, dear. You know, it's really hard to tell time when you're in a state like this.
Tell her what year it is.
And you can see she thinks about it for a minute, and as she does, she sort of blinks around the room a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
It almost looks like she's trying to like retrace her steps to figure out how long she's been here. And it's a little
tell
bit.
her what year it is.
Yeah, you tell her what year it is. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
She's just,
I tell her the date.
Oh, that makes it a little easier. I've been here for longer than I thought. 200 years or so, give or take.
That's not nice.
We will endeavor to do what we can to help free your soul.
Well, that would be lovely, thank you. She holds out a hand, which is, ethereal, and she says, my name is Ilda, by the way.
Scandalon.
And she, tries to shake your hand, and her hand goes right through yours,
Right.
and she just sort of sighs, and she says,
If I can punch a ghost, can I shake hands with a ghost?
you can try. You can sort of, go through the motions of it, when she moves her hand, you can sort of move your hand at the same time.
I will.
And she says, oh, well, that's lovely, dear. Thank you for trying.
Mildred.
Oh, nice to meet you, Mildred.
Poppy, she's our HR representative. And
I float too, but that's just nerves.
Well, there's nothing wrong with floating. It's a perfectly acceptable means of transportation.
That's true. My shoes, I am saving a lot on these shoes. And I lift up my leg to show the boots of silly walks that I've been wearing this entire time, but I don't do the silly walks because I'm not walking.
Yeah, it's a good thing they're not boots of silly floats.
You could be in trouble there.
All right, so do you have any idea what Hubert was working on? Or can you show me what areas he's been working at so we can try to figure out what this fiend has been up to?
Well, I mean, I can show you some of what he's working on. He basically treats me as his lab assistant, so I know some of it. But unfortunately, he's not been particularly forthcoming the last couple times he's been here, so I probably can only show you so much.
That is understood, and that is perfectly fine. Anything information that we can get that can lead us to solving this will be appreciated.
She flickers back over to the alembics, and she says, he's been brewing this stuff for a couple of weeks now. I don't precisely know what he's been using it for, but given what you've said, I would expect it's related in some fashion. I know it is some type of necromancy. He's been using a variety of rather dark and grisly ingredients. Not at all the sort of things I approve of. And
I walk over there.
Using poop.
What?
He said, I know at one point he was using poop.
Really?
That's what the rat said.
Oh, that was phosphorus.
No, that was poop.
Yes, but it was
Bat guano.
It was bat poop. It's high in phosphorus. You use it for, fireballs and fire-related spells.
But it's poop.
It is poop. It's a specific type of poop.
I was just, well, he's not been using bat guano for anything. Not here.
Somebody.
I walk over with the stack of papers and try to look through them to see if I see anything written on there that looks similar to any of the stuff that might be there in the place where he's been doing his compounding.
As you're looking through it, Ilda waves a hand, and a bunch of the papers blow right off the stack. And the top one has the symbol that you've been seeing over the course of this season on various items. And she says, he's been practicing drawing that quite a bit lately. From comments he's made, it sounds like he's done it before, but it's been a long time.
Yes, we've been seeing this in many places that we have been investigating. It's not a good glyph by any stretch of the imagination.
Well, of course not. It's. She points to like some of the lines in it, and she's like, necromancy all over the place. Not good. Not healthy. Although I don't think it's designed to do anything to a person.
While they're talking about this, I'd like to peruse the lab equipment and the notes and see if, as an alchemist, I can discover anything.
Okay. You can make another Arcana check for me as you look over the sort of the potion brewery items.
Adding proficiency for alchemy?
Do you not have proficiency in Arcana already?
I do, but
Yeah,
I was checking as an alchemist.
I would say no. Just give me the raw Arcana check.
Okay, Arcana is a +6, so that is dirty 20.
Okay, yeah, dirty 20 is plenty. So, Mildred, you're pretty good at magic stuff. You're able to kind of piece together what's going on with all of the Olympics. You think that whatever he's been brewing in here is what he's been using to paint the symbols. That it requires, for whatever kind of magic he wants to put into it, it does require a special type of ink. You can see like some trace. There's not a full amount of it. There's no like bottle of it just sitting there. But you can see from like the trace amounts from the different things that are, you know, the different ingredients that are spread out. You can see he's got the right materials to make some kind of ink. But it looks like he's been adding, you know, an assortment of different items. Like you can see like a couple of bones that it looks like he's been grinding up, for example, and like adding into this. It doesn't look like anything pleasant, but you're pretty sure it's the type of ink.
Oh, look. Oak galls, copperas, more phosphorus, but not very much. It's ink. Oh, this is what he was drawing the symbols with. And
Really?
glance over at what Poppy's looking at, and that's the symbol for sure.
Yes.
So he's sucking money away from other companies. But here's the question. Is he trying to suck it away so that he has money or so that the businesses fail? Because those are two different objectives, and either one.
Oh, he doesn't need money.
So he just wants
it's spite.
He's been here longer than I have. I mean, that's plenty of time to, you know, make a small fortune. I don't know if you've ever met a lich before, but generally they're pretty well off.
We have.
Plus, what he's probably seeking power, and what better power to have than have a monopoly in the insurance business, or any business for that matter.
That would be more in line with his personality, to be honest.
I knew I should have asked for more money.
Ask for more money?
New
Yeah,
employee.
I entered into a deal with this guy, I think.
Oh.
Trouble.
Hilda just sort of like nods her head. And she says, the simulacrum.
Yeah, well,
Simulacrum?
whatever it was. Do I know what a simulacrum is?
You may make an Arcana check if you would like, yes.
Could I make an Arcana check?
Absolutely.
Please?
Anyone who wants to.
26.
Nice.
That is 7.
All right. Jeff, you do know what a simulacrum is, apparently.
17.
Oh, and Scandalon does too. You two are the only ones. A simulacrum is it's not quite the same as a clone, but it's close. It's essentially another version of yourself that you can sort of control to a certain degree. Generally speaking, most simulacrums are fully physical beings. And the one that you saw in the graveyard was not. So probably it would have to be some kind of weird variation of the spell. But, I mean, dude's a lich, so he probably has a lot of time, and he's probably pretty good at magic. But that's essentially what it is. So it's more like it wasn't actually him. It was a copy that he had some kind of control over. And Ilda says he likes to use simulacrums a lot to do his business. He finds getting his own hands dirty a little bit uncouth.
Yeah,
Plus, it might enable him to be multiple places at once and create alibis.
Oh, that too. He has no interest in getting caught.
well, I have to do some insurance fraud myself now.
Yeah, you probably don't want him bringing his retribution down on you. It wouldn't be pleasant. And she sort of gestures to herself.
If you committed insurance fraud, would he himself come to collect or come to give him the money, or would that be, or come to confirm, or would he send a simulacrum?
To be honest, he'd probably send a simulacrum. As I said, he's not really the type to try to dirty his own hands, and you don't survive as long as he has without getting rid of unnecessary risks.
So what's the best way to corner him?
Corollary.
Just show up at his place of employment?
Kim, before you answer that, when we encountered the Lich last season, did we learn anything about Liches and their powers and their weaknesses? I did some research over the summer, but
I would say you know generally what liches are and how they work. That they have a phylactery that they have their soul contained in, that they usually hide in some manner. And phylacteries, generally speaking, they have to be destroyed in a particular way, so it's very difficult to get rid of a lich. And you saw, what was her name? Eudoxia? Something like that. You saw her in action and what she was capable of doing. The almost laughable way she treated
everything
that was to her this was just a cakewalk, right? It was almost for her own personal amusement that she called you guys in and made the claim to begin with. She could have settled it herself. So messing with a lich, you don't get to be a lich without being an extremely powerful magic user. Generally a wizard.
Okay. Then I have a thing I want to do, but Poppy first.
Okay. So, Poppy, you asked if there was a way to deal with him.
Face-to-face.
Yeah, face-to-face with him. I want you to make an insight check for me. Yeah.
Okay. Let me look at my stats. Oh, which one should I use? Oh, I'm going to use the gay dice. My big gay dice. Insight check.
Yes.
Oh, that's a 18.
Nice. Okay. So, when you ask her that, Ilda says, you understand, of course, that he wouldn't have bound me here if I could actually tell you anything. And as she says that, you notice that, for the most part, she's been hovering back and forth in this room. She doesn't actually need to walk. But where she is right now, she's sort of been bouncing around the room. She is standing on a rug. There's a couple of rugs in here. And she's standing on a rug, and she's got one foot tapping the rug. And her face gives no indication of what she's doing, but she's actually standing on the ground with her foot tapping on the rug. And then it only lasts for, 30 seconds or so, and then she blinks away, and now she's floating again.
And so you don't know where his phylactery is or anything like that?
And when you ask that, she turns, and she kind of fades back into the same position on the rug. And she says, if I knew, I really couldn't tell you. and then she blinks away again. And now it's floating.
Jeff is going to walk over to the rug and stand there. And
On the rugs, isn't he?
is this a flying rug?
And she says,
Jeff.
She says, "Oh, no, dear. We're in Waterdeep. We don't really use flying carpets here."
The shade.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but are any of the rugs flying? Because I like flying rugs. And
So we have heard.
She says, Hubert doesn't need a rug to fly.
all right.
I want to get on my hands and knees and expect this rug, and I just go, this is a really nice rug, though. Like, it's, like, super nice. Like, I guess you have a lot of time as a lich. And I'm going to, like, inspect the rug.
Yeah.
And does it feel like there's something underneath the rug, like, to my hand?
You can make an investigation check if you'd like, yeah.
I
And
would like to assist with my own investigation.
I can reroll one! Yay!
21?
Can
No,
I?
I said I rolled a 1, and then I can re-roll ones, but then I rolled a 7, so it's not much.
Because I also
Investigation?
Sure.
It's just a 7.
natural 20 for a total.
Something about this.
Yes.
Nice. Mildred gets the natural 20. Awesome.
For a total of 30.
Damn.
I
Okay.
never know Hayes' personal phone number.
Yeah. So, so Poppy, you're like down on the floor, like looking at this rug, and he's saying, "Oh, it's so nice." And Ilda's over there looking at you with this like little quirky smile on her face, like just the tip of her mouth, like she knows you got the message, and she's like, "Oh yes, the rug is so lovely. He says it feels so nice on his feet, which he doesn't have flesh, so it's kind of important, and it makes it less clacky in here." And Mildred, you go to town looking at this rug, and you feel around on top of it. You sort of get down, look at it. You would bet dollars to donuts that there is a door under this rug of some kind.
Of course, there's a door under this rug. The first action I thought I took was moving the rug aside.
Oh yeah, I mean, I didn't know if you wanted to do that or not, because sometimes people are like, "I don't want to touch it," because.
As soon as nobody was on it, yes, that's the first thing.
All right, yeah, sure. You can absolutely flip the rug up. There's nothing that it takes a really good look to identify, because the floor here is made of tiled stone, big pieces, and I know I'm getting to that. But you are good at this. You are good at spotting things like this. And you're already down on the ground looking at it when you fling the rug away. And you can see the thin hairline crack that runs around this tile that the rug was on top of. That indicates a door of some kind. There's no obvious like pull mechanism. You might be able to push it, maybe. You might have to get in there a little bit with some tools and try to wedge it. You're not quite sure how that works, but there's definitely a door here.
Jeff, come help me, please.
What's up?
Well, there's a door here that needs opening, and I feel
Traps.
you're just the man.
Yeah, I'm on it.
I will assist Jeff.
What am I doing?
I will treat this like a lockpick, essentially. So that would be sleight of hand.
Yikes.
Mildred can assist you if she wants. Or she can just let you work.
Assisting or no?
Do we roll separately or together?
If you just want to assist him, it gives him advantage.
How about if we each come at it from different angles and disciplines?
Okay.
We got a 21.
Ooh. Jeff is becoming a better and better rogue.
I don't
Is everyone
understand
on the
why
job?
I'm rolling so freaking well after those two.
His
It's
sheet
not
is
fun. I
slowly
wanna roll
actually morphing
terrible.
into a rogue sheet.
Only 20. So he beats me to this one.
Yeah.
No, Mildred, not there. Here.
Oh, there it is. Look at that. Here, I hand him a tool to finish the thing.
So
Were you checking for traps or trying to open it? Just out of curiosity.
I do both at the same time.
Multitasker, I like it.
I grew up a juggler. So you gotta multitask.
Traps.
oh my gosh. Yes. So you get your tools out. You get your mess kit out. Your forks and knives and spoons, which
I
actually
told
in
you.
this circumstance are actually pretty helpful because they help you get down kind of into the crack and wedge.
I
this
told
thing.
you to use the salad fork.
Eventually, you are able to disengage whatever mechanism is holding this thing together, and the tile sinks about 2 inches or so, and then slides back. And you can see that there's about an 8-9 foot drop down to a floor.
Stealth engage.
Go ahead and roll me stealth.
I can't roll under a 10, apparently. It's just ridiculous. It's
We're
15.
not arguing.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. You don't go like completely invisible or anything because there's lots of light, but yeah, you become very quiet.
I hop down.
All right. You hop down.
I do not hop down right away, but I will ask Ilda, is he down there right now?
And she says, I'm afraid I've been forbidden to give you any information as to his whereabouts. Mildred, go ahead and give me an insight check.
Insight. Oh, not good. What's my additive here? Oh, actually not bad. 14?
When she says this, you catch the briefest flicker of her eyes. And her eyes actually flicker up.
Everybody, we don't have much time. He's upstairs. And then I drop below.
I'll go down. I will float down.
I will go down
We all
last.
float down here, I guess.
So you all go down into the trapdoor. And that is where we're going to take our bathroom break and our short 15-minute break. I'm going to make them like just stew in the anticipation of what's going to happen next. I'll make you stew in it as well. This is what DMs like to do. So we will be back in about 10 minutes. Take the time, go use the bathroom, get a drink, get a snack, and come back at around 9:20, and we will find out what is in the trapdoor. Stay tuned. We'll see you soon. Hello and welcome back to the season 2 finale of Dungeons and Deductibles with my wonderful players who just yeeted themselves down a trapdoor, which, as the GM, I love because I love when my players just commit to the thing and just hop down. So you hop down into this stone passageway. You can see, you hop down, you can see it stretching out one way. You can see it goes out behind you the other way. There are little lights kind of flickering around down here. But they're flickering through a very heavy fog. And you can see like what looks like really thick, dense cobwebs at various points throughout this hallway. And you don't see anything else down here. And the passageway on both sides just seems to go on.
I'd like to close the door above us.
Okay. Yes, you can.
And very quietly ask my friends, do any of you have a way to put an alarm or an alert on the door so that we're not surprised down here?
Don't. I can put a lot of grease up there.
Well,
Do it.
Apparently I don't have any of my kit, so otherwise I could put a bell and a string.
I have a lot of thumbtacks.
I have ball bearings.
That's not going to help us. But the tack might.
He doesn't
I'm going to put...
He doesn't walk, does he?
Oh, maybe not.
I thought he doesn't walk.
Oh, no, he's all bony. Damn it. He's all bones.
Anyway.
Let's just go. Let's just go. We'll hear a rattling.
I do have this is a dagger of warning, so it will alarm us if someone is coming.
Good.
Oh. Okay. Cool.
And then
Cool. I keep losing the voice. There we go.
everybody spread out. Find whatever you can. I'm going to stand in the middle of the room and look around and see if I can figure out where in this room a person would store something that was very dangerous and very important to them.
Well, it's not a room. It's a hall.
It's a hallway.
Oh,
Yeah.
We have not reached the end of the hallway and found a room.
So we go down the hallway
There's
checking for traps.
two directions you can go. Essentially, coming down, you have a left and a right.
Left.
Is there any of us that does not have dark vision or a version thereof?
I don't.
All right, I hand the dagger to you so you can see, because I have dark vision.
Okay.
That way you can see.
Okay. I have my...
If you hear someone coming, though, turn that off.
Yeah.
How do you turn it off?
Just tell me and I can stop it. See, I can stop it like that.
Okay, turn it off.
Would you like it back on? Would you like it back on? Would you like it back on?
Sure. How do I turn it back on? Oh. There we go. Cool thing. Can we just like vaguely look down the left and right and see which looks less... Do they look like they go on for a while?
Yeah.
Okay, so do Fred and Daphne go one way and Scooby and Shaggy go the other way to try to see what we can find?
Sure.
Anyone have a locate object?
I have detect good and evil, but its range is 60 feet. and it only lasts for its concentration for up to 10 minutes. So I'd probably want to save it till I was actually in a room itself.
Wouldn't I think a lich, a smart lich would cast non-detection type magic on it specifically to prevent.
Good point.
But I could be wrong.
It's still worth a try, though.
DM, I cannot remember if I asked out loud if Ilda knows what the thing looks like.
You did not ask that out loud, no.
Never mind then. I'm not going to consult. I'm going to just go left because 90% of people go right in a situation where there's a choice.
Okay.
I'll follow Mildred.
Okay, come
Follow
on,
the blue
Scooby.
girl.
So the gals are going one way and the guys are going the other?
Yep.
What?
Follow me.
I don't think it's a good idea to split up in my experience.
Let's go.
Hello?
How long is this hallway?
You can't tell. So most people have dark vision out to like 60 feet.
Yeah.
I can if I keep walking, which I intend to.
Yeah,
I
if
have,
you keep walking, it will.
I have dark vision to 120 feet.
120? Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
mine is 60.
Rope eyes.
Oh.
So, Scandalon, are you still going the opposite direction, or with Jeff saying he doesn't want to split up, or are you guys going to go with the girls?
I'm going with the girls.
All right, I'll stay with the group then.
Okay. So as a group, you all head to the left, so to speak. You guys start walking down this hallway. Everything looks very, very samey. There's not a whole lot of variation in the way that this is constructed. I'd like you all to make a perception check.
Wow, that just flew out of my hand.
10.
10,
15.
15.
Just
Wisdom.
a sec.
Right.
It is based on wisdom, yeah.
All right.
That's gonna just be a 10.
19.
19. Okay. As you're walking,
Hey, Mildred.
Mildred and Salon, you hear a sound. It's faint. It's hard to place precisely what direction it's coming from because it doesn't sound like it's necessarily coming from either end of the hallway so much as it seems to be coming from somewhere else around you. But that's all stone, so it's very difficult to tell where exactly the sound is coming from. And it's faint. You can't hear it very loudly, and the other two don't notice it at all. It's the sound of something roaring.
Like an animalistic roar?
Yeah,
or
Animal roar or
Animalistic.
the roar of water?
Say what?
Animal roar or the roar of like rapids with water?
No, like an animal.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely some kind of creature that lets out this kind of roaring sound of rage. And then it goes quiet again. And this happens right around the time that you reach the first break in the path. You are now at a fork, and you can go left, or you can go right.
and it's still samey. Everything is.
Mm-hmm.
No?
No footprints in the dust.
Nope.
No.
In fact, there's not a lot of dust down here. Cobwebs, yes. Dust, no, which is a little bit strange.
Any disturbance in the cobweb.
No, nothing like that.
Well, I can contact other plane and ask what the best path is.
You can? I thought you were a rogue.
I recently came into some knowledge in the back of my. I used to travel with this guy named Red who had this like book, and he always like would cast this ritual, and so I kind of just through, you know, Asmodeus or osmosis, whatever it is. I like absorb this knowledge, so yeah.
Go ahead and try it, Jeff.
Okay. I'll pull out the book and start gagging and dry heaving.
As you
That's what happens when you read someone else's book.
Jeff's dry heaving is different than Red's. Instead of Red's was more like no sound, Jeff's is like
All right. Cast your spell. Make your intelligence save.
Oh shoot, no, I don't have any more inspiration. Never mind.
Okay, I'm still rolling stupidly well when it's no fun to do so, but that's a 17.
Awesome. So yeah, you are able to make connection with an eldritch being. Are you reaching for someone you've talked to before, or are you reaching just someone you knew?
No one specific.
Okay. In that case, the presence that you get is familiar. It is the slimy, tentacly presence that you got from your original first couple of contact other planes.
Okay, first question. How's it hanging, tentacly slimy dude?
The response is fair.
I was totally gonna I was thinking you're gonna say like everywhere. Like, how's it hanging everywhere? Because you're like, anyways. So we're down in this like lair, and like for a lich or something, and it's like really just monotone and boring, and there's no like rhyme or reason to like choose right or left in these forking paths, and so I just want to know, like, what's the quickest way to get to this lich's phylactery? Number one, I entered into a contract with this guy, like to get out of it. And so that's why we're going after the phylactery. I thought I'd give you some background information. And yeah, it's also a lich. Like, come on. It's like, dude, get dead already. So just how to get there.
Left.
Okay, very helpful. Very helpful. Are there any?
Coo, coo. What does it look like? Coo, coo.
What is it? What does a phylactery look like? Like, what should we be looking for to see to know what it is?
God, that's a hard question to answer in one go. Yeah, in fact, the response you get is unsure.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Ah!
Well, like, is there another pathway after we turn this left that we should take to expedite our process?
Left.
Okay. Sensing a pattern. Finally, I would like to say that it is nice to meet you as Jeff. And
How do we do it?
And well, under the table, I think it probably won't know if it doesn't know what it looks like, right? I don't know. Or are you just saying in general for phylacteries? Since you,
I would say you would know, because you did know sort of generally what a lich is, that each lich's phylactery is a little bit unique in that regard. So it can look like a different thing, and it can be destroyed in a different way. It's really to some degree down to the personal preferences of the lich who creates it.
okay. Well, if this doesn't work out, and well, here's the thing. I think I can do magic, but I am Jeff now, and I don't want to do magic. So I'm wondering where I can find a weapon with such a capable rogue such as Jeff could use, such as me. Sorry, I'm using the third person. Where, like, I need to find a weapon. Let's just be honest. Do you know where one is? Like, nearby on my way to the left, once I go left and then left.
Bone claw.
Bone claw. Sick. Okay. Thanks, dude. And click. And I turn around and I say, well, looks like there's a pattern. We should go left, and then we should go left again. And number 2 is dude I talked to didn't know, was unsure about the phylactery. And C, I'm looking for a bone claw. Look, keep your eye out for a bone claw. I need a weapon.
Amongst the bones that Jeff and I collected, is there a claw?
No.
Ooh. Hey, but left is good.
2 lefts.
Yeah.
What total?
To the left. Everything we own in the box to the left.
Go left. Phylacteries there.
So you go left, right? And you keep.
No, left.
Yep.
You're left. The phylactery has gone to the left.
And you keep walking. And eventually, you make another left. At this point, I'd like you all to give me an investigation check.
There we go. Oh, boy.
I am rolling like garbage.
At least I got it out of the way now.
Now's a good time to have it. Just get rid of it.
Just an 11.
I rolled a 7, and that's a total of 15.
Okay?
27.
Nice.
Your investigation is good, Mildred. Mildred.
That's why I wasn't worried.
Mildred and Jeff. At this point, as you have now been walking for a little bit, you can say with 100% certainty that you are in some kind of labyrinth. That there are, you're coming across enough branches at this point to realize that this is definitely a maze of some kind. Fortunately, if you know anything about mazes, you know that the best way to handle them is to keep going the same way at intersections, right? And eventually you're going to find your way to whatever's in the center. So as you keep moving and going deeper into this maze, you hear that howl or growl of whatever creature it was that you heard before, Scanlan and Mildred.
Guitar.
Only now all four of you can hear it. And it sounds a lot closer. And a lot louder.
I go ahead and pull out my sword and have it ready. I'm not taking any chances.
I pull out my mirror.
Poof, poof. Ready for the pew pews. Put them up.
I search for David Bowie.
You do not find David Bowie.
Where's the package?
Not that kind of labyrinth. Okay. As you continue forward, following the edge of this labyrinth, going left, like you've been instructed to do, you eventually reach the center of this maze, or what seems to be the center. At the very least, it is an actual chamber of sorts where you can see a couple of things. The first thing, and the most obvious thing in this room, is what you are fairly certain is the source of the growling noise. It is a creature, roughly humanoid in shape,
Minotaur.
skeletal,
Minotaur.
not a minotaur, human skull, human torso, mostly human undercarriage, although it's kind of got like almost like a skirt, like kind of sort of thing going on. You can't see all of its legs. But its hands have been elongated. And you can see it's actually, its whole arms have been elongated. So its elbow joints are down like
Gross.
Slightly below its waist. And its wrists are down almost level with its knees. And then from there, the fingers are elongated such that the ends have turned into like talons rather than nails, and they're dragging on the floor. And they do look very much like bony claws. And so that's the first thing you see is this thing. And it's sort of pacing very slowly. Every now and then it stops and it lets out this kind of challenge sounding roar. That's thing one. Thing two is a plinth in the center of the room. And on this plinth, which I would say is about, let me double check okay. The plinth is about 100 feet away from you, from where you are now. And on this plinth is a small, what looks like almost like a pendant from a distance. And it's made of some very pretty, almost translucent looking gem or stone, maybe something along the lines of alabaster if it is like proper stone, or maybe even something like opal if it's a gem. You're not quite sure, you're a little bit too far away to see it, but it has that kind of shiny whiteness that catches the light. And it is sitting on this plinth. And actually, I think that's it. Yeah.
And so the Bone Claw dude is just pacing, not aggressive.
It doesn't seem to have noticed you at the moment. So it's aggressive in the sense that, like I said, every like rotation or two, it stops and lets out this roar, almost like it's waiting for something. But it's not like rushing you or anything like that. It doesn't seem to have noticed. Yes, Hannah, you have a question?
I would like to go invisible. You had the exact idea I had. I would like to go invisible.
Okay. You can do that. You can go
Unfortunately, you know what that means.
You
Go invisible.
Gotta roll for some chaos magic.
So roll a d10.
Oh my gosh.
You start out with a d20.
D20. That is an 18.
Okay, so you're safe. No chaos effect triggered. You just go invisible.
Okay.
Does anybody here have automatic detect magic, or is it something you have to put up?
I mean, I have the invocation, but like I'm not using it right now.
Okay. That's fine.
It's not fine. Jeff needs to die.
Kill Jeff! If we knock Jeff out, does Jeff go away?
Yeah, that's how madness works. If you knock him out, it goes away.
And it's done.
If you hit it, it's like fixing a thing. It's like if you hit it hard enough, it'll start working again.
It's true.
I'm gonna go invisible, and then I want to sneak up and try to grab the thingy.
Okay, give me 1 second. Mildred, what were you going to do?
Well, I was going to say, I'm reading message, and it says that the target and only the target hears the message if I send a message and can reply in a whisper that only I can hear.
Mm-hmm.
So if I have a chance to do that twice, I want to tell at least one of my team members, but preferably more than that, let me go first and don't rush in yet.
Okay. So I would say you can do that, and you have time, in theory, I think, to get it to all three of them. Yeah. Poppy, you're probably like halfway across the room headed for the plinth by the time it reaches you.
Yeah.
But it does reach you before you get there. So if you want to react in some way, you can.
Just go. Except I'm invisible, so she doesn't see it.
Acknowledged is all I reply back silently.
Do 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 do. The halfling sneaking up on the priceless artifact. Where have I heard this before?
You know what? I'm going to wait and see if Poppy can get the priceless artifact first.
Okay.
If I see it moving, then I'll know where it is.
Cool.
I'll know how long it took her to get there.
Alrighty then. So Poppy, you creep up to the plinth, right? Okay. 15 feet away from the plinth.
No.
You trigger.
No!
And a very nasty one at that.
Butter.
So I need you
Good try.
to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
And I need to find some dice.
It never goes smooth. How come it never goes smooth?
Well, I mean, when you rush in,
It'd be boring if it went smooth to me.
How boring can be good
Mama
once in
needs a
a
new
while.
pair of shoes. Damn it.
Going to be rolling, and I need you to roll this side up as often as possible. Okay? That's how it is. This side up. It's so great so far.
What you got for me, Hannah?
Will a 16 do it?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh,
A 16 will not do it.
I figured.
How many are you grabbing? That sounds like more than 12.
Legion, for they are many.
I'm sorting
Goodbye,
through.
Poppy.
I'm sorting through my dice, looking for the ones that I need. Oh, there we go. Okay. If you would like to make another guess at how many dice I am rolling,
Is it 8?
That's like,
I was going to say 8.
yeah, I would say 10.
10 is correct.
I play too much D&D.
Poppy, we'll miss you so much.
Bye, Poppy.
Hi, guys.
It's been great, though.
You'll have plenty of time to make a new character.
Hannah, how many hit points do you have?
Not a good question.
Ooh.
I have 91.
20 more than you just rolled.
91?
Oh, you're fine.
Oh, you're fine. You take 62 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, God. Oh, that hurts. Oh. What is 91 minus 62?
29.
19.
19.
No,
29?
29.
29.
So you take
Okay.
62 points, and I'll let you roll for it if you want, but my guess is that that's going to break your concentration on invisibility. Because the saving throw for that is you have to make a 31, which I doubt you're going to be able to do.
It was gonna, oh, okay.
Unless you're
Does
a
it throw
Tarrasque.
Does the whatever happened from the trap throw her within 10 feet of me?
No, it doesn't throw her back. It just deals this massive wave of damage. The rest of you just basically, it's almost it's a bit like a bug zapper. Like you guys don't see her, and then all of a sudden you just see Poppy materialize as you see like all the veins in her body turn black at once. So you're alive. That's the good news.
I look like shit.
The bad news is that you're visible and you're pretty damn close to the bone claw. So, initiative.
Nice. Again.
Nice. Nicely.
All right, Jeff,
Oh, 16.
Scanlon,
19.
Poppy,
19.
and Mildred.
26.
Whoa!
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Woo! That is some initiative. All right.
My dice, right? And I said this side up, and it did it. Dice, y'all.
All right, so this thing has sort of turned and is now looking directly at Poppy. Mildred, you do get to go first. It is so the plinth is 100 feet away. The bone claw is, I'd say, probably at the 20-foot mark, so 80 feet away from where you are. Poppy's actually beyond it.
So I can get up to the bone claw without. I can get within 15 feet of the bone claw without being 15 feet away from Poppy. Like I can get further from her than from him. Them.
Who do you want to be further away from?
Poppy.
Poppy? Yes, you can get within 15 feet of the bone claw without getting close to Poppy.
Okay, I do that. I get as near to it as I can without getting to the Poppy, and I raise my hands together and I cast Thunderwave.
Nice. Okay. Thunderwave is a con saving throw?
Yes.
Okay.
13, so I don't expect this to do very well, but let's hope.
It actually failed. I rolled really trash. Even with its con saving throw, which is pretty good, it failed.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
That is cast at second level, so that is cast the thing. That is a 3d8.
3d8? Nice.
4, 10, 17 total.
17? Cool.
Mm-hmm. Can't do that very often.
Nice. All right. Do you have anything else?
How much movement did that take?
To get within 15 feet of the bone claw? That was 65 feet that you needed?
Oh, I didn't have that. You said that the bone claw was within 20 feet of us.
No, I said it was 80 feet away from you. It was 20 feet away from the plinth.
Step of the wind.
I thought we were 80 feet from the plinth, but yeah, Step of the Wind also probably needed. Yeah. So that is, where's my. Yeah, Step of the Wind did that. So that was another key point.
Okay.
Key.
That's a thing. So now I have Step of the Wind gave me 80 feet and I used 65. So I'll back away the 15 feet.
Okay. So,
Not towards Poppy.
sure, back away. So it does actually get the chance to attack you. It actually, not even just as an attack of opportunity, but it got the chance to attack you when you moved into its range. Although, wait, you came within 15 feet of it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, its reach actually is 15 feet, so that actually was within range.
Long arms.
I
Yeah.
assume.
So, I've never actually run one of these before, so.
Just stay within range, actually, because there's no point in leaving.
Okay.
Which
So, the first attack is going to be a 25.
to hit?
Yes.
Oh, let me think for a minute. Yeah, that hits.
I love this game that we play as players and DMs with this. Does a 34 hit?
Some things. I don't know.
So, it is going to deal you 18 damage of piercing damage. And when it does that, it sort of grabs you in its claw and kind of pulls you in. So it actually pulls you closer to itself.
Cool.
And then because it hits you, it gets to try to hit you again, even as a reaction.
Am I restrained?
Are you what?
Restrained?
You are grappled, so you would have to try to make a strength check to get your movement back, but you're not. It doesn't impact your ability to make attacks. You're not rolling at any kind of disadvantage or anything like that. The second attack is a 17. Does that hit you?
That does hit me.
Okay. And that one is going to be 20 damage.
It's not going well for me, y'all.
I'm on my way.
So, it is going to be either Scandalon or Poppy. You guys had the same initiative, I believe. So, we can go by Dex. We can go by whoever wants to go first. It's up to you.
How tall is this thing?
It is a large creature, so it is going to be about 10 feet tall.
You have any preference?
My
Poppy?
dex is 13. What is yours?
Mine's 12, so you go first.
Cool.
I'll be a gentleman and let the lady go first.
I will run my full speed, which I believe is 30. No, it's 25 because I'm short and I got little legs. Ooh, that's too real. I too have a speed of 25 feet because of my tiny legs.
Is your speed the same when you fly?
I will. I assume so, unfortunately. So I zoom away, and 25 feet away, and I will. I get 2 pews now, right? This is
What level are you
2
at?
or 3 now. I believe
Are you
it's
guys
like,
level 11?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should have
Yeah.
3, I think, at level 11.
woo! Thank God. Cool. Didn't update that last time. Okay,
You gonna do the thing,
so
Warlock?
yeah, actually, I am going to cast Hex.
Nice. Yeah.
Yes, I'm gonna Hex.
What
Which
stat
I-
would you like to hex?
That's a good question.
It's not for saving throws, it's only for checks, I believe. But
Yeah, I think that would be.
it has
Since
Mildred
he's gonna be
grappled.
going. So that is strength, correct?
It'd be strength roll.
It'll be strength. We'll do strength, and then I will throw 3 pews at him.
Okay. Throw some pews.
Damn it. Hold on just a second. So that is gonna. Oh yeah, I forgot. It's not gonna hit. 13.
Yeah, that is a miss.
15.
Also a miss, but just barely.
Jesus. 24.
That's a hit.
Okay, good. Okay, so that is going to be a 1d10 plus 5. That's going to be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 plus 6. 14 points of damage on that one at least.
Okay, so you rolled a
It's
3
something.
you rolled a 3 on the hex die, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the hex die was 3. God bless you for being able to do math. I'm gay and can't do math.
Not a problem. Okay. Anything else on your turn, or are you good?
I used all of mine. Oh, do I need to roll for chaos? For
No, 'cause,
mayhem?
cantrips don't trigger it. Oh, but you used hex. Yes, you do. 1d20.
18. We're good.
15? Yeah, you're good. No problem.
Yeah, we're good.
All right, Scandalon.
All right. Scandalon reaches down, grasps the holy symbol of Helm he has around his neck, and prays, Helm, give me light, give me power, give me strength, give me flight. And all of a sudden, this white aura of light surrounds him. His eyes go from their natural color to all bright, shining light. We're talking floodlight power, white coming from his eyes. 2 white alabaster white wings appear on his back, and as I cast Radiant Soul on myself.
Nice.
And then I take to flight, and I fly 30 feet towards this horrendous beast.
Okay, sounds good. So you'll close the gap. So there's 50 feet left, essentially.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
And it's going to give me 11 in radiant damage every time I strike him once per turn.
That's phenomenal.
That's why I'm going for it.
That's great. Okay. So that leaves us with Jeff.
So I don't know what to do here because he wants to be Jeff, but his friends are in danger, and he knows magic. So he still knows he's red, though, right?
Yes, you do still know deep down that you are red.
Okay. I will then cast Witch Bolt at 5th level.
Nice.
Be the red that Jeff would want you to be.
Yeah. So I have to move within 30 feet and I can't get there?
Yeah, it's 80 feet away, so you'd need 50 feet of movement to get there. So if you dash on this turn, that puts you close enough to do it on your next turn.
I will cast Far Step as a bonus action, but then I can't cast Witch Bolt, right?
I will let you go ahead and cast Witch Bolt.
Okay.
I'm usually pretty kind on people who want to do bonus action and regular action spells.
So I can, in that case, if I cast Far Step as a bonus action, I can teleport 60 feet.
Nice.
And I will do that and then cast Witch Bolt.
Very good.
Which bolt? Which bolt?
That bolt. It's that one.
Third base.
That's a 24 to hit.
That hits.
Excellent. I love rolling d12s.
I know, right?
It's so exciting when you get. It's like a little treat.
Indeed. 40 lightning damage.
40 lightning damage. Dear God.
5d12.
Nice.
And I can just activate it next turn without doing anything.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about Witch Bolt.
Ooh.
Dang.
I want to be a warlock too.
What?
I want to be a warlock too.
Well,
it's fine.
You know, Mayhem was just handing out contracts. All right, so it is the Boneclaw's turn. The Boneclaw. The first thing it's going to do is force Mildred to make a Constitution saving throw.
Naturally. Oh, we talked about this. I said 20 up. I said 20 up. Everybody heard that, right? I
Yes.
said 20 up. 15.
15's a pass, actually, for this.
Woo!
Yeah, so not going to be as bad as you thought.
Honestly, it doesn't have to be that bad at this time.
So you only take 13 points of damage.
I'm at 10.
So you're still alive.
I'm still up.
Good deal.
You're right.
So essentially it's got Mildred kind of pinned in one of its claws, and you see this kind of like darkness radiate out from it, and Mildred kind of accidentally inhales a little bit of it. And then this thing just blinks away. And you see it reappear next to Poppy.
Bye, guys.
No.
And then thingy.
I only have 29 hit points left. I'm going down.
Let me see something here.
Sounds like I'm going to be laying on a lot of hands here pretty soon.
Does Mayhem get to
Get handsy with me.
Does Mayhem get to consume you if you're dead already?
I don't think that's how that works. I don't think that's how that works.
Let's see here.
Good thing I've got those diamonds on
I
me.
think I can really do that here.
Yeah. Please, God.
Yeah, I don't think I can really do that here. Okay. That's all I can do for the time being. So that means we are back around to Mildred. So Mildred, you actually teleported with it.
Oh, that's special.
Yeah.
You said it way away from me. You said it went away from me.
No, it took you with it. It teleported away, but it took you along. So you are now you're still grappled by this thing, but you're now real close to Poppy. So you can still attack it. You just effectively have no movement, essentially, unless you want to try to make a strength check to get away.
No, I don't need to get away because all I want is to hurt it.
Okay.
But now I'm too close to Poppy, right? I'm really close to Poppy.
Yeah, you're effectively within, like, it's got you grappled with one claw, like Poppy's like over
15
here, so 5 to 10 feet, a little bit of...
And a strength check is an action, correct?
Yes, that would be an action to try to break the grapple. But at the end of that, if you were successful, you would have your movement. You could try to get away. I will say, it just took a boatload of damage from Witch Bolt.
And
Well,
it's getting it again.
It can keep taking damage because I clearly need to give it an elbow to the throat or something.
Okay,
In fact, 2 elbows to the throat.
let's do it.
17 plus 9,
That hits.
26.
Mm-hmm.
And second hit, 13 plus 9, 22.
Mm-hmm. Both of those are hits?
Sweet. 2d6. That's a 1 plus 5, 6. And that's a 6 plus 5, 11. 11 plus 6 is 17. 17 points.
Awesome.
And stunning strike.
Okay.
Why did it get to act on its turn when it was stunned?
It wasn't
Why
stunned.
did it wasn't it?
No, you stunned your shadow earlier, but you didn't stun this.
Then what did I do with Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, well I'll try it this time. Stunning strike. 13.
It failed.
Ooh, yes,
Next
good.
ones. And flurry of blows.
Go for it.
6 plus 9, 15.
That's a miss.
Oh, come here. Went all over. And 10 plus 9, 19.
19's a hit.
2 plus 5, 7 points.
7 points of damage, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And that's another key point. And at that point, all I've got left is to speak. Free action to speak.
Yeah, you can speak.
Somebody get the pendant. That's it for me.
Okay.
Actually, no, I would not have. Well, I said it anyway. It's a bad idea. Don't do it, but I did say it. So.
Okay. In that case, it is Poppy's turn.
Poppy is going to back up 25 feet again, and she is going to do some pews.
Okay. Yeah, good. Fortunately for you, it is stunned, so it can't actually do anything to you as you move away.
Do I get advantage?
No, I don't think you get advantage.
Uh-huh.
On range attacks?
It can't move.
I don't.
Hang
But
on.
for range attacks, though.
I think definitely on melee, but I'm not sure about range.
Hang on, I'm looking it up.
I genuinely don't know, so.
I don't often see stunned as a condition. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and it does not specify. It doesn't specify whether or not that is ranged or melee. So yes, you do have advantage.
That's a 26 for the first one.
That hits.
That's a 24 for the second one.
That also hits.
And that is a 22 for the third one.
And that also hits.
Cool. So it's a 10 for the first hit. 13. 15 for the second hit.
Mm-hmm. So you did 10, 15.
12 for the third hit.
10, 15, 12, so that's 37 points, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And does that include all your hex dice?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. It is still alive, but it is looking rather beat up. And it is...
And as a bonus action, I would like to, or not as a bonus action, as a free action, could I give it the double birds?
Absolutely.
Free action, double birds.
Giving the bird is always a free action. So Scandalon, it is your turn.
All right.
It did move a little bit off to the side, so, you know...
How far away from me is it now?
I would say at this point probably 60 feet.
Okay, that's fine.
It didn't move too
As
much
I
deeper into the room.
as I fly my next 30 feet towards it, I hold Malachi, my sword up high, and say, "Spirit of Malachi the Just, fill your weapon with your wrath," and I use Channel Divinity to cast Sacred Weapon on it.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Ooh!
How long does that last?
1 minute.
Yes.
Very nice. Okay, so Scandalon is looking extremely intimidating with the Radiant Soul and the Sacred Sword and just looking like an undead's worst nightmare. Jeff.
Jeff Red is going to trigger Witch Bolt.
Go for it. Do you have to roll?
I have to roll damage.
Okay.
Uh, 38 lightning damage.
Okay. Okay.
I love Witch Bolt.
It is on its feet.
And then-
But wobbly.
And then Far Step is down because I cast Witch Bolt, so I think that's pretty much it.
Okay. Mildred.
It gets its movement back at the end of its turn, right?
I believe it comes back on your turn because I think it's stunned until the end of your turn.
Does it?
Yeah, it lasts for 1 round. Or it should.
Oh, yes. This is good. Yeah, so that's cool. Yeah, end of your next turn. Okay, so I'm gonna give it the old, mechanically it'll be the same, but can I, for flavor, attempt to snap its neck like that? Or at least give it a little bit of a... Okay. 16 plus 9, 25.
Mm-hmm, that's a hit.
And second attempt to do the exact same thing. 11 plus 9, 20.
Yep, those are both hits.
Okay. 6 plus 5 is 11.
Mm-hmm.
5 plus 5 is 10, so that's 21.
21.
Stunning strike.
Okay. It passes that time, I believe. What's your spell save DC? Or your
13.
save? 13. Yeah, it passes that time.
Okay. Flurry of blows.
So no longer with advantage.
No. Oh, I was rolling with.
Sorry, it lasts until the end of your turn, so you do technically still have advantage.
I was rolling with advantage.
You should have been. It was still stunned till the end of your turn, I think, right? Or is it the start of your turn?
It's the end of my turn.
So you would have still had advantage.
I'm gonna re-roll in case either of those were crits.
Okay.
Not a crit. Not a crit. Okay. Flurry of blows. First attack. 17 plus 9.
It's a hit.
Second attack. 14 plus 9.
Okay, that's also a hit. I have a feeling this is going to be the end of it.
Plus 5, 9, and 9 and 11, so 20.
So, if you would like to kill it by snapping its neck, you may do so.
Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah, let's just pull like Groot and Martine in that episode of Person of Interest.
Yeah, and this, it just crumbles to the ground, and you're able to get out from its claw.
I want to take its claw while I yell at somebody else. Get the phylactery.
That's where I'm heading.
Yeah, I tried, and I wipe my bleeding nose from my horrible injury, and I go, it didn't work.
Are we still in initiative, or are we out of initiative?
We're out of initiative.
Okay, I change my course and go directly towards that the item above the stand there.
Okay. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, so it wasn't triggered by... Wait, it was triggered by... It goes all the way up. Okay. Constitution plus 5. Let's see, hang on. Let me check something here real quick. Okay. Constitution for, let's see, 12?
Not enough, I'm afraid. So.
Okay.
$46 points.
What type of damage is it?
Necrotic.
Okay, I am resistant to necrotic damage.
Sweet, so 23.
So 23. And I do the best I can to keep on going through towards it.
Yeah, so you try to keep going forward. Let me check something real quick.
Yeah. I don't know if if the trap lets me or not.
Okay. So it's a little bit of a weird sensation because you cannot move forward. It feels like there's a barrier. It's almost like you're bouncing off of something. But you notice that like your sword is able to move through it just fine.
All right. I'm swinging right for it. If I can reach it.
Your reach with your attack is 5 feet, right?
Let me double check here.
Because you're stopped 10 feet out. So if you have something that can reach 10 feet, theoretically you can
I switch from my sword to my heavy crossbow.
Okay.
Okay.
After he does that, I would like to do
21.
Okay. 21. So you nail this thing on the plinth.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and roll your damage for me.
Okay.
Because I'm going to use that to determine how far it goes.
8.
8. Cool. This thing gets knocked off the plinth on the opposite side because, the way you hit it. And it rolls 8 feet. So not at a point where you can reach it because you're stopped at 10 feet, but you could probably reach it with like a sword or something if you wanted to.
Okay. I try to use Malachi to kind of like a golfer, try to chip it out of the
putt it
bunker. Yeah.
Sure. What did you want to do, Jeff?
Use Eyes of the Runekeeper to see what type of magic it is, and then, yeah.
So this whole plinth and the area around it is covered with 2 different types of magic. Necromancy, which just makes sense given what you've seen, and Abjuration, which also makes sense given what you've seen. Strength-wise, this is some of the strongest magic you've ever laid eyes on.
Oh, bummer.
It is pretty nasty.
Can I try to mage hand the thing out?
Yeah, you can try.
Was I able to clear it out with my sword swing? Or how far did I make it move?
You are able to reach it with your sword. So right now you're kind of shuffling it out slowly. But if Jeff wants to try to help with mage hand, you're welcome to try.
I will try to guide it toward his mage hand then.
Yeah, I'll try to snag it with my mage hand. What do I feel like the mage hand makes it through the magic, or?
Yeah, I mean, so you can see your mage hand, right? So you can see your mage hand is actually able to reach through this barrier, and you're able to help Scandalon slide this little pendant out. And now that you've got the pendant out, and you have your ability to look at magic right now, you can see that this thing is just pulsing with necromantic energy.
Well, it's worth a shot. I will try to dispel it with the highest level I got.
Okay.
As he's doing that, I try to fly out of this force field thing.
Yeah, you can just back away from it, essentially.
Yeah.
You never actually went past the barrier.
And probably by the time I come out of there, the minute is probably close to being up, so the wings are going to disappear here in a little bit anyway.
Yeah.
So dispel?
Yes, you try to spell magic. It is going to fail. You were right that it was worth a shot, but it is unfortunately going to fail. That said, so it is 10:30, so what I will tell you is that...
Yes, I know how this should be done.
You have in your hands, or on the floor at least, Hubert Hayes' phylactery. You have it in your possession. And that's where we're going to end.
But we can destroy it. I know we can.
You probably can, but you're going to have to figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
Figuring out how to destroy a Lich's phylactery is a little bit of a thing all on its own.
It's a whole
But
thing.
the important thing is you now have leverage. As we all know, leverage is important in negotiations.
Can I do just one thing?
Yes, you
I have to go.
You can go if you need to.
Could I put it?
Like,
Bye.
Thank you for joining us this season.
Right.
Yep, definitely. It was so much fun.
This has been amazing. Bye. Could I put it in my bra of holding because no one wants to reach in a lady's bra?
Yes, you may put it in your bra holding. And that is, I think, where we will close. With you just stuffing the phylactery in your bra.
In my bra of holding.
Because there's nothing more appropriate for Waterdavian Farm and Dungeons and Deductibles than Poppy stuffing a Lich's phylactery into her bra folding. So we will stop there. Thank you everyone who has joined us over the course of the last couple weeks. It's been a lot of fun. I know our overlay is probably just totally screwed up right now. That's okay. I'm going to let my 3 players go ahead, introduce themselves if they have anything that they want to plug. If you want to share maybe a favorite moment of the season, that's cool. And then we'll see if there's a season 3. Obviously, we have more content that we can cover, so we'll just have to talk to the powers that be at variant roles, but we'll see where we go. So let's start with Robert.
Okay. I'm Robert, otherwise known as Kentucky Hawkeye or Hawkeye here on... You find me as KY Hawkeye on all things social media except for Facebook. My favorite part of the episode? Ooh, hard to say. I would say probably any of the times I got a real good smite in on something just for the sheer joy of the power of it and all that. I was hoping to get a single swing on to get it in on the bone claw and then go directly to the handle for the other one. Didn't quite work out, but that's what I had that all Superman planned out to do. But hey, we got it. That's the important thing. So
if you had managed to get there, I can almost guarantee that would have been the end of that.
Yeah.
Just that the distance kind of messed with it a little bit. All right, Hannah.
Hi, my name is Hannah, Asbestos Tito's over on Twitter, Miss Murphy on Instagram. I'm not really doing any other streaming stuff, so just follow me for screaming into the abyss about vampires and history. My favorite part of the show was oh Lord, I love Poppy so much. Probably just all of the Contact Other Plane shenanigans. They're always the best thing. They're so good. They're always so good. I love it so much.
They really are. That was personally my favorite thing about this season. And Cinchu.
I am Cinchu on a couple of social media, especially Discord. I basically forget that the others are I am also not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday after New Year's Eve. I'm playing the last installment of Humble Origin, which is set in Humblewood, a new D&D setting, and I'm playing a hedge cleric. And you can catch us on this very channel at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, U.S. time. And my favorite part of the episode was how thoroughly Jake commits to every one of the consequences of Red/Jeff's actions. I really wish I could say that I did something that was my favorite, but no, I would die for Jake. He's amazing, and I'm so glad that he came on with us.
Yeah.
And I am your friendly dungeon master, Danielle, at RyRacontor on Twitter, where you can find me tweeting about all kinds of nerdy stuff. I, too, am at this point, I don't have a whole lot going on. The only thing that's really continuing is my Invisible Sun game, which is at 8 p.m. on Saturdays on @OtherDoc's channel, where I play Vormir Avanos, a weaver who likes fire a lot, which is, kind of standard for me. I don't really have anything else to plug, but on behalf of Jake, who had unfortunately really had a hard stop at 10:30, and we just weren't quite able to fit it in there. Jake does have an adventure that just got published on DM's Guild called A Manse of Special Purpose. And so if you would like to support our wonderful cast, you could go check out Jake's adventure on DM's Guild. I'm sure it's probably very, very, very wonderful. The other thing that you could do as well is support the channel. Variant Roles is really great. They've provided a wonderful home for us when we had to move channels. They have so many wonderful other shows. I'm a little bit biased. Things like Project VHS, which will be tomorrow night. You should definitely consider either subscribing here on Twitch, check out the Patreon. Links are down below. Really a wonderful channel and a great place, great people, good community to support. So if you're looking for people, you should absolutely sign up. That's it for us. Hopefully we'll have news maybe about a potential season 3 coming in a little bit. But there is going to be another show on at this time slot starting in January, so it'll be a couple of months before you see our wonderful claims adjusters again. We hope you have a really, really wonderful holiday season, that you eat lots of delicious food and spend lots of time with your family and get lots of rest. And hopefully we'll see you again soon. Bye, everybody.
Hugs,
Take care.